It is day 3, and today's video is going to be pretty short because I'll be spending a lot of the day filming for a separate project that will be up a little bit later after the show. But for today's recap video, we're going to interview a dealer I ran into yesterday with some very interesting pieces. We're going to look at the rest stop and any other food that's available in the area, and we might get to attend some auctions. So, let's see how the day goes.
Exceedingly rare 1894 Barbara dime. It's considered one of the great rarities of American coinage.
My name is James Beach. I'm a second generation dealer. My father started collecting coins in the 1950s and became a dealer in the late 1960s. So I started attending the A&A World's Fair Money national shows back in 1975. One very interesting group that I brought is Swedish Plate Money. It was a collection that was formed over a 30-year period and had 40 different plates, no duplicates. So Swedish Plate Money began in the mid-1600s when Sweden was mining an abundance of copper but had no silver mines. So they wanted to export the copper and trade it for silver, so they struck it in $50, $1, $2, $4, $8 and $10 pieces, which are, the $8 and $10 pieces are 42 pounds. So they're some of the world's largest coinage. And so basically it was denominated so that it would be equivalent values in silver, and then it was exported by ship. And then when it got to its destination, it was usually melted and used to make regular round coinage for the country that it was delivered to. Most of these pieces in this collection, there was only 3 out of the 40 that were sea salvaged. So 37 pieces that weren't ever exposed to the salt water, and better condition and better quality. And there's some very rare ones. And one of them I bought had a pedigree that it was found in the bottom of a well in 1834. So somebody dropped it into the well. So you never know where you'll find them. But of course, the Stockholm, Sweden Royal Coin Cabinet has the largest collection of them in the world. And the very large denominations like $8 and $10 pieces aren't generally taken out of Sweden anymore. They're considered cultural property because they're so rare and important. So there's a book on the plate money written by a man named Tingström, and it's a study of the coins in the Royal Cabinet in Stockholm, and it's the principal reference for all the plate money in Sweden.
The food options at the show are pretty limited. The rest stop from the map is the snack bar, which has a very small menu. You can get a turkey sandwich, which consists of turkey and cheese on bread with lettuce, tomato, and a pickle as a side. The only other option that's very close to the show is a Starbucks, which is always busy. Of course, these options will change each year based on where the show is. The auctions feature a huge range of prices and levels of attendance, though there's almost always an auction happening somewhere throughout the show.
There it is on the floor at 550. I need 6. 600 to advance. Fair warning. 575. 575 on Heritage Live. 600 on the floor. How about 650? 650 at the back of the room. There it is. I need 700. 700 at the front here. I need 750. It's 700 at the front of the room. I need 750. 750 at the back of the room. 800 at the front of the room. I need 850. It's 800 at the front. I need 850. Last call for 850. And we're going to sell it at 800.
Lot number, our next lot, 5178. The exceedingly rare 1894 Barbara dime is considered one of the great rarities of American coinage. This piece is a member of the iconic Holy Trinity of American coins that includes the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, the 1804 dollar, and of course the 1894 S dime. You may be asking yourselves, what makes the 94 S dime so special? In 1894, due to the lack of demand as our nation was in the midst of economic depression, only 24 pieces were struck utilizing leftover silver bullion after the mint had melted some obsolete coins. As a result, ladies and gentlemen, an accidental rarity was born. Out of the 24 pieces that were struck, only 9 are confirmed to have survived. Over the last 8 decades, Stack's Bowers and its predecessors has had the opportunity and the pleasure of handling all 9 surviving examples. It has been over a decade that the 1894 dime has made an appearance on the Stack's Bowers auction block. Since 1953, we have patiently waited to reoffer this particular example. 31 years ago, in another era in the coin market, this example sold for $70,400. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight the bidding has already reached $900,000. This is the Dr. Jerry Buss specimen. Current bid is $900,000. I'm in $50,000 bidding increments. I have $900,000. Do I hear $950,000? Thank you, sir. I see your bid at $950,000. I have $950,000. Do I hear $1 million? I have $1 million. Thank you, sir. I'm at $1 million. Do I hear $1,100,000? You're on the phone. Take your time. I have $1 million here. Looking for $1,100,000. $1 million is the bid. Do I hear $1,100,000? Thank you, sir. That's 1.1. Do I hear 1.2? Are you sure? You want to think about it? I have 1.1 here. I'm looking for 1.2 million. Internet, now's not the time to be shy or bashful. I'm looking for 1.2. I have 1 million here, looking for 1.2 million. Ladies and gentlemen, the hammer is up. I have 1.1 million here, looking for 1.2 million. 1.1 million is the bid, going once. 1.1 million is the bid, going twice. Ladies and gentlemen, are we all in? Are we all done? Thank you very much for being an bidder, and congratulations to the winning bidder. It has officially sold for $1.1 million. Bidder number 409.